Hey, gorgeous souls, how are you all? I hope you're all so well. Now, do any of you feel like me that we're on the precipice of enormous change? It feels to me like there's this new levels of stillness and center and going within required to be able to hold still because something huge and something new is shifting. We might not know what that is yet. We might not know what that looks like or what it's going to be feeling like, but it's a whole new world birthing. Now, I've been sitting with this energy for a little while and feeling this over the last few days and the weekend. And for me, it seems like what's birthing is a whole new sense of self, a whole new way of seeing, perceiving yourself and your reality. And of course, as within, so without, that rippling out throughout your whole world and creating a whole new reality for yourself. And I've been really looking at within my groups and with the clients that I'm working with, really teaching about, our own holographic sphere, that you are your own universe, that, if you start out with that kind of divine essence of the truth of who you are, deep within your own heart space, and really tune into that, bringing the energy of the head into the heart, tune into that essence and truth of who you are as it radiates out through every cell in your body, its own universe, moving all the way out through your your energetic planes of the body, if you like, through your emotional plane, mental plane, spiritual plane, and touching the multidimensional aspects of yourself. It's like this is your sphere, this is your reality. You program it yourself. You are your own universe, connected in with the bigger global grid of the planet and out into the evolving universe and even beyond, touching into the void, into the, what I like to call the womb of the goddess. So, you know, it feels to me like this precipice of change that we're moving through. It's like there's a veil of kind of mist that we just can't see through. And when we can, and that's clearing. And when we see through it, we step into this whole new world. What we're actually stepping into is this deeper truth and remembrance of who we really truly are. So I was running a healing the other day, and Spirit said to me, I've shared it in the information above in detail, but basically stay still, stay in your heart. Stillness is required. Go within. Feels like the whole world's spinning. It feels like your sphere's spinning. The whole world is spinning on a new collective. At times moving faster, everything's spinning. And as I roll as a light worker, I feel like what they were saying was stand still, stay in your heart, stay true like the needle in the center of a tornado, if you like. Your essence standing still within the center of your Merkaba, your light body, your vehicle of ascension, and holding still while everything spins, and anchoring, being that vessel for light to come through as you continue to shift, change, and transform, bringing more light into your body, raising your frequency and holding still. So, the message was, if there's any tears, if there's any stuff, let the tears flow. You're releasing old aspects of yourself. They're just falling away. You might have grief for that. Just let that go and stay still within your own heart space. The answer to it all was, I was asking Spirit, how do we upgrade, if this is our own sphere, this is my own universe, how do I upgrade that program? And the answer was through love, through holding still, through being in your heart. So what I wanted to really talk about as well today is that with that theory, you are your own universe, you create everything. We've all heard that through our thoughts, feelings, emotions, beliefs, actions, words, the way we show up, all holds that vibrational frequency, and through the law of attraction that goes out and brings that back into our reality. Kind of just taking it like that one step further is realizing that just through just one tiny shift in perception. So I've just held beautiful space within my mentoring community master today, and we could see everybody. It was so beautiful. It just was so, it had this celebratory feel because people were just like creating that one tiny shift. Oh, that light bulb moment, that one tiny shift in their reality of how they see and perceive themselves And that through that one tiny shift, the whole alchemical healing process starts to be activated within our body, and we go through a healing of mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that triggers a change in the way that we show up because we've just shifted our perception about ourselves, about something that we were holding perhaps a lower perception, a lower frequency perception. Maybe it was holding judgment or fear within it. And then we saw where we were holding that fear. One of the examples that came up in our group today was where someone was noticing that they were judging themselves as not being good enough and wanting to be a new person, wanting to be a different person. And it was that light bulb moment that what's wrong with the beautiful, incredible, divine, gorgeous person that she is right now. And, we've been really working in that group on unconditional acceptance of all the totality of who we are. And through unconditional acceptance, we can start to bring in unconditional love for ourselves, which ripples out into our reality for everybody else. So that one shift in perception, so if you can hear my dog barking, that one shift in perception creates that whole alchemical healing process, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And then through that, anchoring that into how we show up in our world. So that triggering of how we show up then next time we find ourselves judging ourselves, for example, with that example, and thinking that we're not good enough. It's like, no, that's the old version of me. That went with that shift in perception. Now I actually am bringing through unconditional acceptance for myself and learning to be devoted and loving and bring compassion and empathy to myself so I can shine that out into the world as within, so without, so that we then show up in a new way and we respond differently. We've gone through a whole healing process, cleared density, and brought in more of that light, more embodied light into our body. Now, with every shift of frequency, that then ripples out into the whole collective. So your beautiful holographic frequency is just lit up. The cells in your body are singing. Your mental plane, your emotional plane, your spiritual plane, touching these multidimensional aspects of you. It ripples out through your reality and touches those around you, which ripples out through theirs. And what I would call the collective soup, it raises the vibration of the collective soup. So many light workers at the minute are feeling a little bit exhausted because we know we're on this ledge, if you like, about to step into the void, into a whole new space and create this whole new world. My message really today is to know that just through you doing you, through you creating that, being open to change, creating those tiny shifts in perception of how you see yourself and your reality, it creates this whole alchemical healing process. You raise your vibration and that ripples out into the whole. And that is how, as a light worker, you anchor light in through your body, a beautiful vessel into the earth, and you support the whole collective of humanity to raise that collective suit, that vibration of the collective suit. So to really let go of a little bit of pressure off your shoulders and to know that you're not in this alone. There's millions of us out there doing the same. And if each of us just find joy in our own journey, bring laughter in, not laughing at ourselves, self-depreciation, but laughter in how much fun this journey can be when we let go of the pressure that we have to do it all by ourselves. And we can find that joy in the journey of each shift that we go through. And can you believe that old version of myself thought like this? And so much love and empathy and compassion for that old version of myself, and so much excitement for the new me I'm moving into and becoming with each little tiny shift in perception. So know that the burden's not just on your shoulders. If each of us just do our own little shifts, we're all adding that raising frequency, that upgrading our programming, that shifting to the next higher holographic frequency, the more enlightened, higher future version of ourselves, we're shifting into that. Together, we all add to that collective frequency, and the whole planet starts to move and ascend. So, really, just bringing through the energy of, bring so much love and compassion and joy and unconditional acceptance to yourself as you navigate your own journey, knowing that it's not all on your shoulders. We're here doing it all together. So, um, I a couple of weeks ago, I did, well, about a week and a half ago, I did a whole series, um, completely complimentary, completely free in my free Facebook community, Spiral Temple of Empowered Ascension, where I focused on conscious co-creating, bringing magic to your manifestation. Because what we are doing is we realize that our own reality, our own sphere, our own holographic sphere is ours, and we get to program it through a frequency. We start to really become more conscious co-creators of our reality. And it was an incredible 3 days. I think I did it over the 1111 portal, 3 sessions. And they are those recordings, I was guided to just leave in. I normally leave them for 5 days, but I've got people were messaging me saying they hadn't had a chance to watch it yet. So it's still there. And this morning I got the hit from Spirit to leave it for another week. So if you feel guided, it was an incredibly powerful 3 days. Each day brings a channeling, a teaching, a frequency meditation, energetic work to support you to create those shifts and to embody the light codes that are coming in through the channeling to create the beautiful shifts within you. I'm going to leave that there, and the information above, all you have to do is click on the Spiral Temple of Empowered Ascension, join the group, and all 3 recordings are in the featured section there. That will be there for 7 days from today, just so to give everyone an extra chance to watch that and to receive those codes to create that shift. If you can even, my intent behind it is if it can even support a remembrance within you of the incredible divine light being that you are, and that you do create your reality, and how to create and upgrade it to a better one, a higher vibrational one, not judging the last one being worse, but higher vibrational one where we're really anchoring in our new earth codes, unity, unconditional love, compassion, joy, peace, bliss, service, fulfillment, all of those gorgeous, yummy, abundance codes. Then I've done my job well. If I can just support that remembrance, it's that shift in perception. How I see it is, it's a remembrance within you. So that's there for all of you. If you feel guided, please comment as if you were live, even when you're watching in replay, because your unique perception of what's being said and what you get from that um, really supports everyone else within the group. So it's a beautiful community of light and ascension, the Spiral Temple, a real sacred Facebook community. And just one last thing, we have an incredible cosmic alignments going on in the sky at the moment. Can't see it very clearly in the UK where I am right now because we're very cloudy, but it's going on all the way through January, peaks around the 25th, and it's 6 planets. It's called the Planetary Parade, and now you will have seen it, but if you're on Facebook, because there's lots of people posting about it. But it's really incredible energy, and when cosmic planetary alignments happen, they create it's like any mix of anything. You put different ingredients into the mix, it creates a different mix of something, doesn't it? So all of these ingredients from these 6 planets aligning in our skies bring this like unique cosmic light codes that are available to us, if you like. So I just wanted to talk through those very, very quickly so you can see what's available to you and what you can really start to embrace to support you these shifts. So the planets are Mars, Venus. Mars and Venus represent the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So where that part of the alignment, the Mars Venus ones are going to show us, really, I think, I know how I've been working with my beautiful soul family and my clients this week has been, and last week has really been about the wounded masculine. We've been looking at that energy around force, manipulation, control, rage, that wounded masculine where we self-sabotage ourselves or we exhaust ourselves by doing, where we're working from the ego rather than aligning our will with divine will and our head and our heart, and really working with a unified ego healed, purified ego working with our higher self guidance. So I feel like the Venus and the Mars aspect is really supporting us to see where we're still out of alignment, where we're perhaps running our consciousness or showing up from our wounded masculine, and allowing those old aspects of ourselves to fall away as the divine masculine comes back into alignment and makes space for our divine feminine attributes to come through, the opening of the psyche, the intuition, the deep inner knowing, the remembrance of who we really truly are. And then we also have Uranus and Jupiter within that lineup. Now, Uranus, as you know, is that planet of awakening. It shakes everything up. All those old dogmatic beliefs and restriction and rigidity is going to get shook up as Jupiter shines its light of expansion on us. And it expands where we have new opportunities, new um, new opportunities and innovative ideas and creativity, things that we hadn't thought of because we'd been blocked in this rigidity that Uranus is shaking up and allowing us to clear. It's like waking us up with that shake, and Uranus, and then Jupiter just shines that light of expansion and abundance and creativity into that space. And we're like, wow, I could do this. Wow, I could do that. I'd not even thought of that before. I hadn't even seen that that was an opportunity. And then we have the incredible energy of Neptune as well in that lineup, which Neptune for me is that bridge to my spirituality, to the deep remembrance, the truth of who I am. Neptune is like that veil of mist, so we're not quite clear on it. So it compels us to go deep within to really use those divine feminine attributes and say, actually, who am I now? What's important to me now? How do I want to show up? How do I want to be of service? And then we have Saturn that comes through to really bring that structure to help us bring all of that learning and knowing and new shifts that we've created and anchor it into our very being and bring that structure to it so it becomes part and lays firm foundations for the new earth that we're on the precipice of jumping into, if you like. So there's this incredible, beautiful energy running on the planet at the moment. And you can, from many places on the earth, you can see that. But I have got this beautiful app called Sky View, just got the free version of it. And when you put that on, you can just put your phone up to the sky and you can see them all. So you'll be able to see them, even if you can't see it with the naked eye. Not all of the planets you can see with the naked eye. Some of them you'd need a telescope, but you'll be able to use your app to actually see them in the night sky. It happens every now and then, and I posted it last time it happened. A photo from my app, and it was just incredible. So I love you all so dearly. Just remember, it's not all on your shoulders. If you just do your own stuff, hold still within your center, within your heart. The shift comes from love, and that starts from unconditional acceptance of all that you are, allowing yourself to be totally devoted and unconditional love to yourself, which ripples out into the whole of humanity. You keep changing that one little shift in perception about yourself and your reality. That whole alchemical healing process happens. You shift into a new state of being, It ripples out into the whole of humanity, and you really are just acing your job as a beautiful light worker on the planet. We all came here to be here in this incredible time. This will go down in universal history, and you were one of the incredible warriors that came here to do it. So you've got this. Find joy in the journey, my darlings. I love you all so deeply, and I will be back with you next week. Take care. Bye.